One final tantalising afternoon of Munster hurling action saw Clare and Cork book their places in the provincial final with the much-fancied Limerick the team to miss out. Let's take a look at 5 things we learned from the 5th and final round of the Munster Hurling Championship. Despite their issues, Cork have the potential to go far in the championship. Another week in Munster and another battling performance for Cork, this time leading to a crucial victory. The Tribesmen had performed well throughout this campaign but had thrown away leads against both Tipperary and Limerick, raising questions about their mentality and Miller's men as a defensive unit. Their issues still exist. Waterford managed to put up quite a big score against them, but they proved that, in the face of adversity, they can come from behind to win. They, crucially, have a bit of mettle about them. Cork scored a number of stoppage time points to take the game away from Waterford, who put up a stern test and were 5 points to the good at one stage in the first half. A strong performance, full of heart from the Rebels. In Peter Duggan, Clare have a bona fide scoring machine. 15 points against Tipperary last week. 13 points against Limerick this week. Clare forward Peter Duggan is hitting form at just the right time for the Banner as they look to clinch a first provincial crown in 20 years. Duggan's ability from place balls has been a key component in Clare's recent victories, and this afternoon the wing forward grabbed 10 points from threes and 1 from a 65 feet as the Banner outscored their opponents Limerick by 0-26 to 0-15, punishing them with after every foul. If Duggan can again find his range on July 1st, then Clare will certainly fancy their chances of Munster glory, especially up against an occasionally porous Cork defence. Limerick's blunt forward line cost them dearly heading into round 5 of the Munster Championship. Limerick were undoubtedly the team to beat. No losses and a 13-point ruthless dismantling of Waterford last week meant that Limerick were within touching distance of a Munster final. But against Clare, John Keely's men were poor, lacklustre and perhaps most crucially, terrible in attack. Shane Dowling was their top scorer in the game with just 4 points, with a host of key men including Kyle Hayes and second-half substitute Aaron Gillen only grabbing 2 points between them. It was also telling that Limerick's last score came in the 56th minute of the game as they completely fell away as an attacking outfit in the last 20 minutes or so. An uncharacteristic blip or a real issue? Either way, Keely must rectify it ahead of their provisional quarterfinal. Waterford have reason to be optimistic despite winless campaign. A long and difficult Munster campaign has finally come to an end for Derek McGrath and the Waterford hurlers. A string of high-profile injuries and some awful slices of bad luck meant that last year's beaten All-Ireland finalists finished the season with 1 draw and 3 losses from their 4 games. Waterford, however, did play very well against Cork this afternoon and could have easily won the game had they been able to stem the flow of Rebel scores in stoppage time. But it was almost symbolic of their Munster campaign as a whole, nearly but not quite there. Derek McGrath's men will wonder whether things would be different if that tip goal had not been given, or if Tadhg de Burka hadn't picked up that injury, and it's those ifs and buts that can be cause for optimism. The focus for the Days now turns to getting back on track next season. Clare have every reason to believe they can become Munster champions. 3 victories in their final 3 games following defeat in the first. There's no doubting who is the form team heading into the Munster final on July 1st. A real point-proving victory from Clare over Limerick today has shown that as good as Cork can be on their day, the Banner are without question the team going into this game with the momentum fully behind them. The confidence which Clare showed throughout the game was telling, as Peter Duggan, Tony Kelly and John Conlon blitz a usually tight and compact Limerick defence. If they can take that confidence into the Munster final, then it could be a memorable day for the Banner.